The kingdom of Amravati, a land blessed by celestial winds and rivers of gold, now lay under a curse. There was no rain, crops withered, and deadly shadows slithered across its borders. The food and water supply got lesser and lesser each day. The royal sage, Vidyut, warned King Viraj.
Only the celestial bow of harmony, hidden in the forest of echoes, can restore balance. But before anyone wields it, they must conquer all the trials on the way. In the end, the bow chooses its wielder. Only one who masters equanimity, unshaken by triumph or defeat, shall claim it.
King Viraj turned to his son, Prince Veer, a fiery 18-year-old with eyes like storm clouds and a heart eager to prove himself.
Father, let me retrieve the bow. I will save Amravati,
he declared. The king sighed.
The bow demands a balance. Even kings struggle to achieve. Success and failure are threads of the same fabric. Remember this. You must be truly selfless before the bow allows you to wield it.
Veer listened intently and answered with unwavering resolve.
I will not fail Amravati, father.
Veer rode his horse, Agni, into the dense forest of echoes. The trees whispered secrets, and the air hummed with unseen magic. At the heart of the forest lay the lake of mirrors, its surface gleaming under the bright daylight. Veer dismounted to drink from the lake, but as he gazed into the water, he saw two reflections of himself. In one reflection, he saw himself crowned as king, hailed by thousands. In the other reflection, he saw himself kneeling in ruins, his people cursing his name. A voice echoed in his ears.
Who are you? The conqueror or the fool?
Veer's hands trembled. He recalled his father's words and replied,
Neither. I am Veer, a servant of Amravati.
At that moment, the lake solidified into ice, granting him passage forward. Veer reached a crumbling bridge, stretched over a deep chasm. Beneath it, a wounded golden phoenix cried for help. His mission urged him forward, But the creature's agony pierced his heart. Dismounting, he muttered,
A prince's duty is to protect all life.
He tore his royal cloak and gently bandaged the phoenix's wounds. To his astonishment, the bird suddenly soared into the sky, erupting into flames and transforming into a celestial being.
Your compassion has earned you my feather. Use it only when darkness overwhelms you.
The phoenix declared before vanishing into the heavens. Veer tucked the feather safely into his belt and pressed on. Deep within the forest, Veer entered a cavern filled with ghostly whispers and shifting shadows. Suddenly, his own shadow detached from his side. Morphing into a sinister version of himself.
Fight me!
The shadow sneered. Veer, a mighty warrior, could not resist the temptation of testing his mettle. But with every strike, fueled by arrogance and the desire to win, his shadow opponent only grew stronger.
You fight to win, not to learn or understand.
The shadow taunted. Exhausted, Veer finally dropped his sword and said,
I fight for Amravati, not for glory.
At his words, the shadow vanished into thin air, leaving behind a scroll. Engraved upon it were the words, Equanimity is the sword no shadow can defy. Veer pressed forward, only to find himself trapped in a maze of thorns. Agni, his trusted horse, could go no further, forced to continue on foot. Veer trudged through the entangling vines. Mocking voices whispered from the shadows.
You let the eastern village burn. Your pride blinded you.
The words clawed at his spirit, filling him with despair. Just as he felt consumed by the darkness, the phoenix feather glowed. Taking a deep breath, he whispered,
I accept my flaws. They do not define me. I regret the times I could not protect my people, but my heart has always belonged to Amravati.
At his words, the thorns parted. Revealing a path illuminated by fireflies. At dawn, we reached the peak of truth, where the celestial bow hovered above a molten lava pit. As he stepped forward, the ground trembled, and Vidyut's voice boomed.
The bow chooses its wielder.
Then came his father's voice.
You must be truly selfless before the bow allows you to wield it.
Finally, he heard a voice from within his own soul.
The bow demands an ultimate sacrifice. Relinquish your crown.
Veer froze. His crown was his identity, his birthright. Yet, the cries of Amravati echoed in his mind. With steady hands, he removed the crown and cast it into the lava. He watched as it melted away. The moment it disappeared, the bow soared into his hands. Veer returned to Amravati, wielding the celestial bow. As he rode through the kingdom's borders, a divine light radiated from the bow, banishing the lingering shadows. At the castle gates, a farmer ran to him, exclaiming,
The rains have returned.
Veer smiled and replied,
The true miracle is learning that inner balance is what heals the world.
He no longer saw himself as a prince, but as a humble guardian of Amravati. For Veer now knew equanimity is the crown of the wise, worn in both victory and defeat alike. True strength is not in power, but in balance. Like Veer, we all face trials that test our courage, compassion, and humility. Will you choose wisdom over pride, selflessness over ambition? The greatest battles are fought within. Master your inner self, and you will wield the true power that changes the world. Remember, knowledge grows when shared, and dharma shines brighter when followed. So, if you are inspired by this story, hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a new story. Like, share, and comment to spread the wisdom. We thank you for watching and hope to see you again for our next video.